I hate having stuff in my pockets.
I hate having stuff. Really hate having stuff in my pockets. Really hate having stuff in. Sorry. Really hate having stuff in my pockets. Don't mind as much in my jacket. Still sucks. Still not fun.
Yeah, my jacket pockets, I can have stuff in them, but they can't protrude past a certain point.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, enough is enough. But I do like in the winter being able to put my wallet and my keys in my jacket pockets.
That's
I
nice.
don't really like hooking them to my belt if I can help it.
I loved it as a kid, and then I just grew out of it. I feel
Dude, pulls your pants down,
Yep.
and belt loops aren't made for all that.
No.
They end up ripping off, and then I'm down a belt loop.
That's not good.
That's not good, man. These pants cost me $750. You think I can have the belt loops just snapping off?
You know, they're already doing so much heavy lifting with keeping my pants up, you know?
Dude, do you wear a belt?
I do.
Like, exclusively?
Yeah, on all my pants. You don't?
I started to recently.
You didn't for a long time, huh?
For most of my life, I thought like, oh, a belt is essential. Like,
Yeah.
pants look weird without a belt. But dude, then I like kind of just tried them without one time on a pair of pants that fit me well, and I was like, this is really liberating.
No belt.
No belt. And to this day, I think it's probably the preferred method, but recently I've kind of been up and down in pant sizes, and I'm like definitely between. So
That's why belts sell
now
me.
I have a belt.
Maybe I've always just been an in-between kind of guy.
So here's my two gripes with it.
Yeah,
Makes my pants heavier,
indeed.
and do you undo yours all the way every time you go to the bathroom?
The belt?
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of like one. Are you a button guy or are you a zipper guy for your pants?
Like the whole fly.
Yeah,
Most of them are zippers.
because most of my pants are buttons. So I'm already doing so much when I have to use the bathroom anyway. So it's like, take the belt out, undo the buttons. All right,
Here's what
get
I
the
don't
thing
like.
out.
I don't like the part of the belt potentially like touching the urinal.
So that is bad. Also, if you're not, you're playing a little bit loose, you might get a little pee on it too if it doesn't come out. If you can't get stuff out of the way fast enough.
Yeah, I piss on my clothes all the time. I'm not really worried about that.
Yeah, I've known.
Yeah, dude, I'm also when I sit down,
Mm-hmm.
listen, this is big guy problems. It leaves an impression on my stomach, and that's really uncomfortable.
It is uncomfortable. But, so you don't put stuff in your pants normally, right? Like in your pockets?
I'll have a couple things. I always have my phone in my left pocket, which I found a lot of people are right pocket people.
Back pocket.
Back pocket.
Back right pocket. Unless I sit down, then it comes out.
That's for women.
Women
love the
No,
back
I have a
pockets.
reason. Because I had jeans one time that they got the outline of my phone on them.
Oh, that happens to me all the time.
And
you
I
can
don't
see
like
them in
that.
these
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like it either,
But-
but I can't be sitting on my phone, and I will sit on my phone if
Oh.
I put it in my back pocket.
So that's why I took it out, because for when I did that and just put it in the back pocket and didn't take it out, my phone started to warp a little bit.
Yeah, because they definitely they made them to the point where they're too thin.
Yep.
Because that's what everybody wants, is the smallest possible profile.
No.
Although, dude, I used to be like, you know what? I think we shouldn't have cases.
Yeah, because
The thing's designed to be like this in your hand. But you know what, dude? It's a little too slippery when you got no case on it. It's like, it's too small in your hand.
now they're designed to get cases.
That is the thing. It's like, obviously, you buy a phone.
Yeah. Right over here for the case. You're like, come
Yeah.
on, man.
And honestly, I have started to become like, I'm bougie now. I get the case just like at checkout.
Oh, yeah, one-stop shop. Oh, you don't, yeah, like
I
not
used to be
Amazon-y,
like, I'll
yeah.
go to Five Below, thanks. I'm not buying your fucking $30 case, but the case is nice, so.
I will say, last time I got a phone was a few years ago now. So no, I'm not trying to brag here or anything.
Dude, you got an iPhone 11 or something?
Yeah, I can't get like Instagram on it. I can only text. But I got the case and I got the charger there, because now they don't come with chargers anymore either. And it's an awesome charger. It charges my phone really fast.
Big block.
Big block, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty upsetting when I
Yeah.
bought a new phone a few months ago, and it was like at checkout, it's like, do you want to buy a charger? And I was like, reading, I'm like, it looks like I don't have much say in the matter.
So I get one use out of this phone if I don't have a charger.
I don't know. Like, it probably is a little more power,
Yeah.
so there's techies listening, fucking swinging at the air.
Actually,
I feel like it probably is a better charger, but
Yeah.
it is extremely criminal that you have to pay for it separately.
it should just come bundled together. Just bundle it. Just bundle them.
It also
together.
made it seem like it didn't come with a charging cable. So I bought one of those too, but it's heavy duty, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
oh, is it long too?
it's pretty long.
Yeah, mine's short.
Oh, yeah.
can't-
Oh, the little one that, yeah.
It's
Yeah, well,
It's short, man. But back in our day when we used to get iPhones, came with everything.
dude, I haven't had an
Headphones.
iPhone that long. And it was fucked up. It's like not charging and stuff. And then I just cleaned out the charging port with an X-Acto knife. One of the most satisfying things ever.
It's like cleaning out like belly button lint. You're
Dude.
like,
Speaking of, I feel like I've been meaning to ask this on here for a long time.
Yeah.
Does your belly button stink?
No.
Dude, mine doesn't either, but I feel like that's like a thing where people are like,
Do you get belly button lint?
I guess like a little bit, but not like, I never have like,
Because we have friends that get a lot of belly button lint.
see, I wouldn't say I get a lot.
I get none. None, little to none.
I like occasionally have like a little small, like,
I think that's why my belly button doesn't stink though.
is that what, like, do people just have like deep ones and it just,
It's like yeast. It's like a yeast
that's
infection.
what I
that
mean.
got in
Are
their
they
belly
getting
button.
smegma on their belly button? Because that's, when they say that, when people have belly buttons that smell, it's like the same thing. It's like, what do you call that? Like, it's like dead skin cells or something.
Yeah. And that would smell.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, mine doesn't smell. Sorry to those who have a smelly belly button.
Dude, I've always been like, that's really fucked up.
Cause dude, that would be, imagine you're like the hottest guy in the world and you're like hooking up with like a partner and they start going, doing the thing.
That's what I mean.
Going
Can you
down and they're
smell their belly button from just like if you're close to it?
yeah, they like take their shirt off and the person there's like, oh, you know what? I gotta
Dude,
go.
if
I
my
gotta
belly
go."
button stunk, I would be
No, it's my belly button. It's my belly
so I'd be so hygienic about it.
Oh yeah, I would be and self-conscious. Like I would be worried about it smelling constantly. I'd be like, please. I would be checking on it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If I thought I was about to get it in, I'd be like,
Yeah, hold up.
let me go to the bathroom really fast, and I would literally just yeah, I would use dish soap and just clean my belly button and my dick really fast.
You're right in there. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah. 1 second.
Yes, don't ask why it smells like palm olive when you come in here, though.
It's all good.
Yeah, dude, the belly button thing is. I've always wondered about that. We're blessed and I have smelly belly buttons.
I think a lot of it is to do with no lint and no body hair. Like being a pretty me. I don't really have.
I have body hair on my stomach, not like a lot, but
But you're not like it's not like you're wearing a
dude, can I
sweater.
Can I say something? I don't want to be throwing an entire
Well, let's see
gender under the bus, but
Be careful because we're not at the 10-minute mark. But go on.
it's no crass language,
Okay.
but I have met gals that also have smelly belly buttons.
So
There was a friend of ours in high school, and his girlfriend, it was like a thing between them where they would be like, "Yo, have you smelled so and so's belly button?" And she would like stick her finger in it and like show people, and I was like,
oh,
"That's
I wouldn't want that
I
to be like
said-
a thing in high school.
unladylike." No, but I mean, I don't think it's necessarily related to body
Body hair. Oh, okay.
It's not like she had like a hairy stomach.
Okay, hey, maybe it's just like a hereditary thing or like genetics or something like that.
I would fucking beat my parents' ass if they gave me a belly button that stunk, man.
Mom, let me smell your belly button real quick. I need to make sure it doesn't come from you.
Dude, I have gotten off easy. I feel like a man of my size and a man of my aversion to hygiene.
It would be funny. People have only listened to us and don't know what you look like. They're like,
Oh yeah, they think I'm actually like obese. I mean, I probably am in the eyes of the
the chart. Screw the chart, man.
the charts.
I hate the chart.
The charts are fucked up. The bass player of Superheaven, if anybody knows what he looks like, he's a relatively small in stature guy. He's not like what am I thinking of?
He's not
like
6 foot.
He's not 6 foot, but he's not like a scrawny guy.
Yeah.
My point is, he went to the doctor like 2 years ago, and his doctor was like, "You're obese," and he's like, borderline the exact opposite of. He's a small, skinny guy. Basically,
It made me reevaluate my body because I was like, if he's obese, I must be morbid. Like I must be on death row. Like,
exactly. I was like, if he's obese, I truly am pre-diabetic. The whole fucking. Which, by the way,
get
dude,
me the socks. Let's go.
I'm afraid of it, man.
Diabetes.
I think I'm destined for it.
Get on it now. Just start doing the medicine or whatever they do.
I know, just start buying insulin.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, is that what they do?
Yeah.
Is that when people have diabetes? Is when they have the little thing attached to them and it kind of shoots into their skin?
Yeah. So that just like automatically regulates you.
Because I know there's 2 types of diabetes.
There's type 1, which is
or B,
worse,
1 or 2,
and type 2, but diabetes is much easier to manage.
Okay.
Type 1 is like, if you're not on top of it, you will die.
Yeah, that's no good. That's
Type
scary.
2, I think you can kind of like
Oh, my blood sugar's low.
be like bad at having diabetes. You know what I mean? But type 1, like you can't really fuck with. And I know all of this because my sister has type 1 diabetic, and she has gotten better, but the regulator thing is like a big game changer because she's not very good at like.
I was gonna say that's awesome for those out there,
Dude.
who's type 1. They don't even think about it.
So I think in most cases you have to get one of those. You have to get like approved for one of those.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. But it definitely seems to make, because otherwise you have to like monitor your shit.
Yeah,
and then
because
give yourself injections.
It's just like a little device, right, on your like skin.
Yeah, I don't really know what's up with, because I've seen them
They
placed
charge
all
it?
different places, so I don't know if it's just a matter of preference. It just needs to like, I'll do it on my cheek.
Yeah, right between my eyes.
Yeah, I want to look like a cyborg and put it on my temple or something. Like, oh, that. I'm just a man of the future. That's all that is.
I'm like not 100% man. Like I'm a little bit machine.
Yeah.
That'd be kinda cool.
Well, by that I mean that my blood is entirely made out of sugar. It's corn syrup.
Yes.
But yeah, I am gonna have diabetes for sure.
Oh well, I hope that doesn't come to fruition for you.
What's the plan with talking about the music? Are we tacking something on the front, or should we have gotten into that?
We can get into it now. I mean, I figured we can kind of be like, we can probably name the episode it, you know, or
That's
like
true.
saying new song out now. We can dive into it.
All right.
All right.
New
Well,
song out now. Superheaven's back, you
Yes.
dumb bitch.
skip to this part in podcast to start listening to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, new song. If you haven't listened to it yet, or you live under, well, I don't know, because I'm gonna put this out. This is coming out on Tuesday. The song's out today. I can't tell if you live under a rock, or maybe we did a bad job promoting it, but there's a new song out.
Here's the scenario I'm imagining for a lot of people
yeah.
that would listen to this versus watch it.
Yeah.
They'll get a notification on Spotify, probably about this, unless this is their first episode, in which case,
Welcome.
What a weird one for you to jump in. I guess it's totally possible since we have a new song out and stuff, but yeah. But I think the loyal heads will get like a notification that like there's that new episode of a podcast they listen to.
Yep.
And I would also think most people might get the notification about the new Superheaven song.
I'm hoping.
So
that
listening
they are.
only, they could see both at the same time or even the song first.
Yeah.
But I think YouTube people will probably just watch the YouTube people that are like hungry for it.
I see. Yeah.
Because there are definitely people that watch it in the like. I'll wake up the whatever time in the morning. You get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
The morning after it comes out, and there will be like a comment or two.
Yeah.
So there's definitely people that are just like waiting for it. Those people, they might hear this first. So we have a new song out on the internet right now.
I was talking to my mother. I showed her the music video last night or last night or yesterday. I went over for breakfast. Whatever. Yesterday I showed her the music video, and she was like, "Oh, what? Where can I where does it come out at?" I'm like, on the internet. Like I was like, "Oh, Mom, it's like 2024. Like it's on the internet."
Yeah, it's probably going to be between the Channel 7 News and the Teen Wolf.
I was like, yeah, just like it's on the internet. Yeah, between Teen Wolf.
Yeah, it's going to be between Teen Wolf and the 15th episode of Ridiculousness that day.
Yeah, make sure you don't miss it.
Yeah, I was kind of having the same conversation with my dad because he's like, "So where do people like watch music videos?" I'm like, YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was like, honestly, from what I gather at this point in 2024, the reason that music videos are still kind of a promotional tool is mostly for the Instagram clips.
Yep.
And I'm sure TikTok, but like it's mostly that. Like I don't think if you looked at the stats, not more people are watching music videos than I would think are.
Yeah.
Because dude, I don't watch them ever.
I do watch them actually.
See, dude, I'm just like,
do you like listen when you do work up in the office? Do you like listen to music?
no, never.
Okay, you don't even listen to music.
I guess occasionally I do, but usually I'm listening to podcasts.
Okay. Yeah, me too. Of course.
I just like will watch them and then just have them in my.
Because I'm bopping around. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll put on a music video. Maybe I'll put on a live set.
I would like to do that, but I don't really like listening to music that much when I'm doing something.
Oh, I'm like
I don't like music, I don't think. I really like, I'm ashamed to say it. I don't really like, I'm a music appreciator, but I'm not like a music fanatic, if that makes sense. I am a songwriting hobbyist for sure. Like that is definitely a hobby of mine, but listening to music is like really not my thing.
I'm kind of on that same wavelength a bit. A good record's a great record, and I'll listen to it all the way through.
Absolutely, there's music that I love. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not
music all day guy.
No.
So I'm with you on that. But I'll bop around. Sometimes I'm feeling a little more live set. Sometimes I'm music videos. Sometimes I'm like just doing like other like travel people. They just like walk around. I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah,
like,
see,
I don't have
the comedy podcasts are just like what I want.
And then sometimes I find myself there
to listen to, like in the car. Well, I'll listen to music in the car more often than I will at my computer. I'm definitely like a YouTube person while I'm doing stuff.
We're YouTube adults.
But dude, I'm just now starting to go to YouTube for like entertainment, if that makes sense. Like outside of comedy podcasts, I don't really watch shit on YouTube.
Oh, dude, I've been watching all Viva La Bam on YouTube now.
Dude, yo, the commercials kind of kill it for me.
I know. I'm like, dude, should I get premium?
How much does it cost?
I don't know.
$60?
I don't know how much premium costs, but
if I used it even a little bit more, I would get it straight up.
60 is pretty extreme.
Yeah, 60 is a lot. If it's $60 a month to be ad free, that is pretty fucked up.
If it was like
$20,
$20, yeah, I'll pay 20. I would pay $20 for no ads on YouTube, and you probably get like music and stuff with it too. So I check out their streaming service.
Yeah, it is true. Like, can you watch? Do you have access to like movies and shit on there?
You might, because there's like free with ads. There's movies on YouTube,
yeah.
So you might get more of those movies on there with no ads.
Dude, if that's the case, I will do it because
come on YouTube. We're coming for you.
Dude, YouTube sponsor us. Although I don't want to give YouTube money.
No, YouTube.
Even though we do with this podcast.
YouTube give me money.
YouTube really should be giving us money.
But yeah, if you haven't listened to the song, you can watch it on YouTube or listen to it on YouTube. I think people listen to music on YouTube a lot. I think that's like a big funnel of music. Dude, I had an Uber driver last year, and he was just like, that was his like source of music. He would just like was just listening on YouTube. And I was like, oh, interesting.
Oh, dude, the ads would audio ads make me psychotic. Like ads on the radio are like, whoa, sends me into a rage.
It's so annoying too because the music's like, and like, and now back. It's like so much louder and so annoying and just kind of messes up the vibe.
Dude, we're anti-commercial, straight up.
So pay for it. So if you like this podcast, you like commercials, patreon.com.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the commercials that you probably are watching with your broke ass because you're not paying for YouTube Premium.
I'll put like 20 on this episode.
We can't even make it through this rant without like getting interrupted by every ad.
I don't know what commercials. I'm trying to think of the commercials that pop up on YouTube.
Dude, probably like I don't know. I just picture like Old Spice ads and like
so random.
It's very random.
But yeah, you can listen to it on. I'll probably listen on Spotify. You'll listen to it on Apple Music, the new song.
Shout out Apple Music. I'm an Apple Music guy.
I'm sure people will listen on YouTube, watch the music video. I think people will actually watch this music video. This will have plays on it, just because it's a new thing.
It's our first song in
First
fucking...
song, yeah, 9 years.
No.
For Superheaven?
What song do we have come out 9 years ago?
Record. Ours is Chrome.
Oh, I'm thinking like 14 years.
Oh, no, we're good. It's not even a decade.
Yeah, that
We
is
were
true.
just crafting this. We were working on these songs for 9 years.
I'm thinking 9 years ago is like 2017.
2015. You're just in the future,
pretty
man.
close.
You're in the future. Pull back.
Yeah, I'm living in the. I'm living in the future where I have diabetes, and dude, I feel like if I become diabetic, I'm just gonna kill myself because I'm just like, well, great, I can't eat candy anymore,
Nah.
or I can't eat
What kind of
like
life is that?
I can't eat a lot of candy,
Only a little bit of candy?
and if I do, I gotta like worry about
they
my
make
health.
Diabetic candy? Is that a dumb question?
I don't think they do.
There's a
I
market
think you
out
can
there.
eat candy. I think you just gotta. You have to monitor. It can really, make your blood sugar go all over the place.
But yeah, what was I gonna say? 9 years, song out,
Song
listen
out,
to
video
it,
out,
video out,
lots of
plays. Just run it up. I'm sure people will be excited. I hope you are. I hope. You know what? We like the song, so that's the most important thing with writing music. And I feel like it kind of, we've talked about this before, is like people, it's gonna end. We're kind of on the same wavelength as the fans out there and the people that like our band, of like what we wanted it to sound like.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
the song is really good, and the record is also really good, and I have definitely become overly confident with this stuff in the past couple years. But dude, it truly is. The music is the fucking easy part, and that's why our band is better than most other bands.
Because they're too.
The music is the easy part, and everything else is the part that feels grueling, and I don't want to fucking do it. I don't want to post online about it. Like, dude, when Colin was like, "Yeah, I think we should do like a collaborative post," I was like, "Whammy!" Then I don't have to fucking. I'm not posting shit.
That's kind of how I feel. I was like, that's great. I can just.
You don't have
accept.
to like the same fucking post by 9 different assholes. It's like, oh my god, dude, you all posted the same fucking picture, and I gotta like it every time. Otherwise, it's like, oh, he only liked the singers. Yeah,
people won't mix
exactly.
it.
So you could see that I liked it, right? So I like it. So why do I gotta like your fucking picture too?
But I feel like y'all really like the music, and I want to shout out Britton for doing the music video for us. Kind of came in a hero and nailed it. I think the video's super cool.
Britton needs his own episode on the pod, I think.
Yeah, we had him on with Kenny, but we need to really just gloat about him. Just to say just nice things, and he can just say yes. Yeah. So shout out Britton for doing it, and the whole team. Dude, that was like a production. That was the most.
Yeah, we. I guess this is better time. No better time to talk about it. That was. This is the first music video that we did that had like a straight up crew, and like we showed up, and we were on the call sheet as the talent and shit. It was like a full. There was like people there that were. Everyone there was like fully at work. If that makes sense. Like we're used to just doing it with like one guy we know, and then like that has like some ideas, and like one or two of their friends that are like, oh yeah, can you like make the light, like can you like move the light, like it's literally just like helping. And this was like we showed up and there's people that were hired to do this. Shots were like set up in different spots ready to go, like there was props and shit. I was very uncomfortable.
Was she the producer? But shout out the producer of the video too. Is that what her title was called? Because she was calling all the shots and putting us wherever we need to be.
Oh, Taylor.
Taylor, yes.
I guess producer's the name for it.
Yeah, it was.
It was
nice having Taylor around. Shout you out if you listen.
Nice,
I don't know if you
nice
tap in,
you
but if you
too.
do,
it was. I felt uncomfortable the whole day.
it was funny when they're like, "Down coming through," and it's like,
oh my god, dude! I was
here
like
we
walking through
come.
with my head down, like I wanted to be like,
Sorry.
The songs are good. The songs are good. We might not look that talented, but the songs are pretty good. I gotta be honest. But like, yeah, that was so. I guess that's what it's like to fucking.
Yeah, it was
when you got a little money behind a music video, and yeah, shout out Blue Grape.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're signed.
They're signed.
Baby.
They're signed to a label. We got signed. We had to sell our blood, but we got signed. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out Blue Grape.
Jokes on them. We had to sell our blood, but my blood is all fucking liquid Skittles and shit.
Riddled with diabetes.
I have a bag of Skittles upstairs that I'm gonna rip
Craving.
into at some point. You like Skittles?
Obviously
you love sour
I love sour Skittles are my favorite. Red Skittles I like, or not red, the red bag, the normal, original. But they do something to me where it's kind of like Twizzlers. If I eat too many of them and like I cough or like it gets up into my nose and it makes me feel weird.
But the sour ones don't do that?
No. I don't know what it is. It's maybe the sour is just masking it for me, but the sour I'm more worried about chopping up the side of my mouth.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what usually gets me first before, because I can just eat Skittles all day, you know?
It's interesting that my brain, because I'm not doing it intentionally, I will do anything to not talk about
Music.
Our music.
We'll get back on track, but
I just I don't ever know what to say about it, which is why I am always like the last to post about whenever we have new music or something, because all day I'm just like, well, first of all, same thing I was saying when 5 people in a band post the same post, they all post it at the same time also, and I'm like, I'm just scrolling through my feed and there's just like those 5 posts straight.
Kind of ruins it for me.
So I'm just like, yo, if a Web Link song comes out and the label posts about it, and Will posts about it, I'll post about it later.
Yeah, it's weird they haven't just like done the collab post. 'Cause the collab thing's one of the best things that's happened because it kind of just shoots it to everyone one time. It kind of is a mass appeal.
Maybe it's because I'm old.
Yeah.
It does sometimes confuse me when I'm looking at a post and I'm like, I don't follow this person. Yeah, but that always ends up being the ones that are like, there's 9 collaborators on it or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's too many people to post, man. That's too many posts.
But yeah, we did the video. The video was fun. We had the grips there. We had I don't know all the people what their titles were, but it was funny because then it's like, all right, they're done. They did their job for the day and wrapped that, loaded everything out. It was a cool, weird.
Yeah, that's the thing that was kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's like they were like, man, I can't wait till this is over.
We're like, this is our art.
Yeah, and it was like, this is so like you're used to just your friend being like kind of talking us into being like, all right, we just got to do like one more thing.
I almost got it.
Okay, all right. And like we're usually over it, and like I wouldn't say that we weren't over it, but it was pretty easy to do.
Yeah. It was like an episode of Love when then Gus starts filming his debut movie.
And he freaks out on the set. Cool vibe on set, Michael Bay. I love that show so much.
That scene's amazing when he like this light goes over.
Dude,
you were recording that, right?
I actually left the SD card in the car. Yeah, that show's phenomenal. We've said it on here before, but if you've ever never watched the Netflix show Love because you think it looks too like libbed out or something, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's apolitical.
It's a laugh.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good time.
You'll like it. It's good. 3 good seasons of a show.
But what I wanted to bring up for the record, because there's also we have the 7-inch I think came out today too.
Buy it
if you didn't. They're very limited, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how it works. Yeah. I was kind of surprised that they're doing pre-orders for it because I was like, oh, so we're just not going to have any on tour then.
Yeah, there's a limited online, and then there's a limited amount we'll have for these shows with the story so far. So
very limited.
Very limited.
So limited to the point where I'm like,
should we do a little more?
We sure we don't want to make like a little more?
But yeah, if you pre-order it, if it's still up, I kind of hope it's not still up right now if you're listening to it. maybe, but that's how limited we're talking.
It's people are gonna be listening to this at 1 a.m. and they're gonna go to the site and be like, it looks like
Yeah, Jake
they're
doesn't-
totally available.
Record flop for the boys. You know what? They had their time.
Yeah, it would be pretty funny if the record flops. I've been more confident ever in our music writing abilities, and because, dude, that's the part that I've realized.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, that's really not the hard part. That's the most enjoyable, and the part that is truly the most like. I don't want to make it sound like I think I'm like Quincy Jones or something. But
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. That is true. He's a recently departed.
Mm-hmm.
But writing music is just like, I think if you just care about the right, I think if you're just like, I really don't care
Yeah.
if people like this or not, I think, we want people to like it, but it is like my least concern. And we told Dave, who signed us, shout out Dave, who I think hates us now.
I know. I wanted to have him on here, maybe one day, but I'm sure. I think they've signed a bunch of bands to Blue Grape, so maybe he's just been busy as hell. But
he has. But I feel like
I do want to give him a call.
I feel like he's been okay. So I feel like he's probably dealt with like his experience has been mostly like people, not totally, but a little younger than us that are probably so psyched to be like doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
And we're just like jaded old fucks, and we're just like, look, man, we know our music's good.
Yeah.
like the I think you should leave sketch.
Yeah.
Like, look, man, we know our song's good. Do you want it or not? And we kind of like had that conversation with him when we were recording. We're like, honestly, man, I don't care if anybody likes this record.
Mm-hmm.
I assure you they will, but like, we know the songs are good.
Yeah, I will. I will note on the songs and how it was nice that I feel like we learned a lot from the past 15 years or so writing songs, because they're cut out the bullshit that doesn't need to be there, put in the dope shit that needs to be there.
Dude,
Why have a song that, if a song doesn't need to be 5 minutes, don't make it 5 minutes. Don't make it 4 minutes. Whatever feels right. I think that's what we all learned collectively. It's like, dude, it's dope. Keep it dope.
the only reason that Superheaven songs aren't 1 minute long each at this point is because none of them are fast. They're too slow to be able to have like at least two cool parts. So if we just sped it up, all of our songs could be like 120. I feel like
the Chipmunk version. That is the 7-inch, by the way. It's the whole LP just sped up 10 times. So.
That's what 7 inches should be.
Can you imagine?
That would be so much more fun. That's a promotional. I would have a big like 7-inch collection, I think.
That would be cool. Fuck, we messed up. We just
That's
thought
like
of a
a
great
fun
idea.
novelty. Damn, yeah, we just someone's stealing that idea.
Writing that down, yes. But yeah, the 7-inch has long gone, side A, and then Numb to What Is Real on side B, and that song will come out later. But those who get the 7-inch,
let's see when that song comes out.
yeah, I think I know.
Are we not supposed to say?
No, I think we can. Oh,
one thing about this whole thing has been like very like we can't. I mean, I've been telling literally everybody.
Yeah, at this point, it's just kind of like
not everybody. I haven't like tweeted about it or anything, but if I'm like talking to somebody that I know, I have been playfully vague with people that have asked me in person, that I don't know, and I'm just like, hey man, it's not off the table, but like we don't have anything recorded. Like we're pretty busy.
Oh, you said that.
Yeah,
nothing recorded. I've just been like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a real.
No, I want to shatter
trickery.
their fucking dreams.
I know. I want the incels of Reddit to get a little juiced up this week. You know, I want them to have a little.
I don't know if that's. I don't know. Dude, we haven't gotten political yet. This is our most recent episode since the election.
I know. We'll dive in on maybe on like a Patreon episode.
Yeah. Are we supposed to say when the second single comes out?
It's coming out during the tour. Why don't we leave it at that? The tour with the story so far in Koyo. If you haven't tapped into that.
If we know that we're allowed to by the next episode, we'll
tell you. But that single will come out. I think it's grayed out too online, so like you'll see it. On
true.
Spotify, and I don't know about Apple Music, but I know Spotify. And then LP LP next year, and I was told to leave it vague, and so I'll keep it at that. So
LP next year.
LP next year.
But I think it's okay that we say that it is done. It's recorded.
Yeah, it's done.
It's not like a vague like, yes, we're probably gonna put out a record next year. It's like,
no,
we're just not telling you when, but it is coming out next year, and it's done, and it's fucking dope.
And I feel like we should say these songs are on it too. Like I always hate.
Oh yeah,
it bums me out when people put out 7-inch of like awesome songs, and it's like that's not on the LP. That's on the LP, like, because then they just get lost and forgot about.
Yeah, this is purely for promotion for the LP. So it's like, which I feel like should be the use of 7 inches.
Yeah, that's how it used to be.
I'm never doing an EP again. I've told you this, but I'm saying it publicly.
Yeah.
I'm never any band I start from now on, our first thing will be a full length record. And I'll never, if with any of my bands, I'm never recording less than 8 songs for a record.
Because I feel like, not to deviate too much, but like the Web Wing 7-inch, I really like those songs a lot, but they don't get.
They're going on an LP.
They have to, because like they kind of get lost in the category. But these Superheaven songs are on the record and is the vibe of the record, and I think that's also important too. It's like that's the vibe of the record. So if you like fucking sexy ass fucking riffs, and
dude, that's the thing. It's
singing
vibes and
it's like it's a quadruple LP. So it's just sit down for 4 hours. Can you imagine? There's just like one side just synth and just like.
You know what? That would be cooler than what most double LPs actually are, which is too many songs.
I know.
Like, dude, I listen. The only person, and this is, I'm not sucking him off because I honestly don't really know him personally, but the only person that I have seen do double LPs, and I honestly think that he doesn't need to do this.
Yeah,
is Young Gov. All of his recent records are double LPs,
They're
and
great.
I'm like, dude, you should just do one LP.
And then
because the
pick
songs
best.
actually are all good,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I want that much LP. It's not what I want from a record. I don't want that many songs.
There's no artist that I want that. You know, if I really did, it's like maybe release it. My brain goes like release it like as like a special thing, but at once it's hard for my poor small brain to retain that many. Good songs.
That's what it is. I'm an album guy when I listen to music. I think that's why I'm not like I don't really dig playlists.
No, I'm not a playlist guy.
I'm OS like
People
that.
love playlists,
dude.
So.
Playlists are fully like that's the way that people listen to music now.
It's nuts, man.
Like making records at this point is kind of the way of the dinosaur.
You don't think it's coming back a little bit though? The record.
I keep thinking so, but playlisting becomes more like people are like when I tell people that I don't really listen to playlists, they're like dumbfounded.
Really?
Yeah, I really will only listen to either a record front to back, or I'll listen to like a few songs, and then I'll be like, all right, I kind of want to listen to something else. Which is why a double LP. I want to listen to track 1 through to the last track. That's my listening experience because that's the body of work. It was put out that way with the intention of listening to it that way. And that's just how I think music is supposed to be listened to. But I don't think most people want that anymore.
Well, I hope everyone listening is a record person because there's a full record of it.
Oh, it's a full record,
fucking rocks.
and I just think the EPs are such a waste of like kind of resources because you're promoting. It's like promoting like we're putting out a 7-inch, but like I said, it's in service to the LP. But like if it was just like a few, I felt weird promoting the Web Wing 7-inch because I was like, this is like
people love it.
Everybody, here you go. It's
This.
like a morsel, and it's like not like I don't know. People are gonna start giving me a hard time about like how I think I'm the man with songwriting, but it's not like we can't write more fucking songs. Like I feel like songwriting literally comes down to if you spend the time to write songs and you don't go through like, oh, that's okay, that's like whatever. You write good songs. Vocal melodies are also a big part of it. So if you can't write those, then your music sucks.
Yeah, but luckily we don't have to worry about that, so we're good. But yeah, LP. I'm just making sure I hit the points. LP's coming out next year. 7-inch coming out today. New freaking single out today. Long Gone music video. And we signed to Blue Grape. Blue Grape Music.
Blue Grape.
Blue Grape. That's the big four.
Those are the big four.
The big four. So tap in if you don't know what Blue Grape Music is. But I think they're doing a sick thing over there. If you like Spiritual Cramp, I love that band. Gel. And I know they have a list of bands they're working with that are secret that I've been privy to, and I think
they have
some really cool stuff.
A bigger roster than what is publicly known.
Yeah.
But,
like
happy to be part
Led
of the
Zeppelin.
family. Truly, we won't get too into it, but truly, pretty much everything we said we wanted to, because we were not like we weren't actively seeking like.
Oh yeah.
We were like, hey, we're doing another record, and then a few people were like interested in talking about it,
Mm-hmm.
and we were just like, yo, here's what we want to do. If you can't do that,
That's all good.
that's all good, but we're just gonna do something else.
Yeah.
And they honestly worked with us on pretty much every facet of what we wanted to do. So respect to them. And that's not usually the case with labels. If you have never experienced them, they're usually pretty
Not
annoying to deal with.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And it's crazy to be like, all right, yeah, we'll do the record. Here's a record deal. Oh, and we're recording it ourselves. And I feel like a label would be like, what? No. We're just like, all right, great.
Yeah, I think they definitely were lax about that.
Yeah.
I think it helps the fact that Zach like has a studio, so I'm sure they're like, well, he's got to be sort of competent. However, before Dave visited the studio, it's not like he knew what that meant. It could have been like a storage unit with like a Focusrite
Exactly. That's what I was like,
interface.
Yeah, I don't know how tapped in he was with me or at all. With like, I mean, I've done a handful of records too. It's just like, okay, can you imagine if he showed up and just like a mic hanging from the basement,
Dude.
just like, drums sound good. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, that will probably be the way that our band makes records from now on, because that was unless like we really want to work with somebody, but even still, it might be like, why don't you come to us?
Come on down. Yeah, that's
that's if the building the studio's in doesn't get fucking sold in the next couple years.
About that.
That's like a looming threat.
Stuff. Yeah, build back better. You're making a better studio,
dude. If I had money, I would definitely build a studio. I wouldn't know how to use it.
You're talking about last week, build a garage, maybe a studio,
dude. The dream garage.
It would be nice to have a tight studio, but we'll see. Maybe one day. Hey, maybe if you guys listen to the song and people like the song, then
I mean, we'll probably do another record. I don't think it'll be our last one. We don't have any like plans or anything. But when we were practicing for the tour, I was like,
why not?
Let's just write some more songs.
I hate records having to be like, and this might be like the little bit of an old school mentality of like the 2010s is like every 2 years a record comes out. It's like, why can't we just write songs and come out 3 years, 4 years? Like, I just have to be. I feel like it ruins a record sometimes, unless it feels right. It's like, but I reckon in a year and a half.
Yeah, I
think that's more important.
We're a little OS in that way because I think we think of it as like we think in album cycles. So we think like, oh, you promote this thing for a year or two, and then you start work on the next thing, and then that takes like a better part of a year for like all of it, and then you put that out, and then you promote that thing for a couple more years. But people are so hungry for shit, and that's why people end up putting out EPs, I think.
Yeah, but I'm not
singles and shit. I don't want to do that.
We're not falling for that.
You think I'm promoting a single, dude?
Way. Well,
the one today, but it's part of a record. Like I feel like I can't. That's
we're trying to hammer that home.
I don't know. I need to talk to a therapist about why I don't like promoting my music. I'm like I truly don't like it.
Well, Maybe we'll get one on here.
So I think I never really thought about this until I've talked to people in the past couple years.
Mm-hmm.
People get nervous about putting new music out. I've never felt that way.
I felt that way for the last Superheaven record. Ours is Chrome, because it was, I don't know,
Because the songs were too long.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we showed it to someone on a tour, and their initial reaction was, "It's a grower," and I was like, "Ooh,
you know what?
That's not what I wanted to hear."
Everything about that record was people's reaction to it.
Yeah. But now I see people love it, so it's just like, yeah, you got what we were going for there.
I will say I don't love. There's so much about the record that I'm like, I wish we would have done it differently.
Same. I try not to dwell on that.
But I feel like that's a little the nature of music. Like I think about that when I hear songs that we've recorded, just like at any point.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in retrospect, I wish I would have had like a little guitar going over top here. But I'm just like, yo, that's just kind of like, that is what it is. I would much rather just live that way than the kind of people that are like, it's not ready yet.
Yeah.
I got to go back and change this. It's like, yo, that's when music starts to suck.
Yep.
When you go back and you try to like, pick nits about. Doesn't nitpicking sound racist?
It sounds wrong. Yeah. It sounds like you can't say it, but I think you can.
Yeah,
say
it is. Because nits are like a little bug.
Yeah, you're just
like, oh, you're picking nits.
Yeah, there's a few bugs in there you're trying to pick out.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's what makes it art. That's what makes it sick. That's what makes it rock music, is that it was a time and place, and you kind of like just stamped it there,
Dude, you think the Rolling Stones listen to their music and they're like, flawless? I mean, now they probably haven't heard their own music and like, like actually sat down and heard them in headphones probably. And I don't know. Do you think the Rolling Stones approve masters of like special deluxe editions and shit?
No. They probably just get like an email like, your new masters are here. They're like, oh, okay, great.
Their manager's like, yo, I listen, everything sounds good. And they're just
great.
like, all right, mate.
Yep.
Or they just don't respond.
Probably that. And then they get a nice big old check in the mail. They probably get checks still, no direct deposit for those old heads. They're like, yeah, great.
Getting a check in the mail is kind of awesome.
It is kind of sick.
I got one from the car dealership because I guess I overpaid on like some sort of thing when I was there. Because I think it's like they estimate it and then you just pay that and then they refund the difference. And it was for like $95. And I was like, that's pretty nice, man.
Babe, we're going out to eat tonight.
Yeah. I haven't deposited it because I tried to do the mobile deposit, and every time I did it, a different number came up.
I love doing the mobile deposit. I do it all the time.
It's awesome.
I'm bringing it back into the record for a second though. But with this record, where we're talking about how I felt with Ours is Chrome, this record, everyone I show it, like I've showed songs to, they're just like, fuck yeah, this is sick.
Yeah.
It's just like, I've showed Laurie it, obviously, and she's like, the record's really good. Yeah. That was her initial reaction, was like, this is really good. And I was like, oh.
My wife said that too.
Yeah. But I would, you can read, I could read her and be like, okay, maybe is she being just like nice here, or she wouldn't have said anything. She was like, you guys did a good job,
Yeah, I mean,
there's ways to word
it is a shame that I can only take, like, it's not like I don't believe my wife when she's compliments me or the things that I've done. I do believe her.
We believe you.
There is a part of me that, unfortunately, that is like, well, you have to say that.
Yeah.
Which isn't true. She could say nothing.
Shuts it off. That ain't it. You're like, oh, my feelings are hurt.
Okay. But dude, it's the same thing if my mom is like, that's really, actually, that's not true, because my mom is like weird. Like, but neither one of my parents want to give me a compliment. They'll be like, oh, that's a cool jacket. What, did I get that for you? That's like how my parents.
They want to kind of get it back to them. That's a good song. Did I write that?
Yeah, you must have, Dad. That must have been one of your originals. Must have heard you humming that one in the shower, and I jotted it down real quick.
But I have a really good feeling about this record, and it's kind of, the excitement of it is kind of how I felt to other records that I feel like we've gotten a positive response to. I will say the music video does premiere 2 new guitars.
That is true. You can't see them in the video.
You can kind of make them out.
Can you?
Make, a little bit, yeah. You can make them out. There's 2.
If anybody can tell me what kind of guitar I'm playing in the music video, I'll give you $100.
I don't think you can tell the color, which is kind of the colors of the guitars
are. You got to know the color.
Kind of the illest things of the guitar. Guitars.
Do you name your guitars?
No,
I don't either. No. I've tried to, and then I just like. This is lame, man.
But I do like your white Strat, or the guy. Who was the guy who owned it?
The white. That's the thing.
That was kind of tight.
The guitars do kind of like get names.
Yeah.
Like my brown Strat, the Texas T.
Texas T.
That's Texas Terry.
Yeah. But you didn't name that. Just kind of what happened.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that just like happened on the record. A lot of Strat works. I got a new style of guitar. I'll leave you that. I'll leave out everyone with that.
Dude, you've really become like you're really an offset guy now.
I really am. I kind of like them though. You know, I like having the little whammy bar action. You know,
it's pretty awesome.
It's nice. It's fun. I feel like it opens up a whole different type of guitar playing you can do. And as like a limited type guitar player, I'm like, oh, okay, I can dive into this.
Yeah, I think that was another part of making the record was like, well, it's got to be like the same kind of music, but it doesn't have to be, but like we were definitely writing heavy rock songs.
Yeah, that's what I like.
And I think we were like, well, we got to spice it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And we did. The record's good. That's I think what I hate about promoting music. If I think about it, is
admitting it's good.
No, saying that like you have to say that it's good,
right?
I know that it is, but it's like if I didn't say that, what the like? It feels it feels like I'm being dishonest. Like it feels like people are like, well, you got to say that, and it's like, yeah, well, yeah, but it's actually good.
Maybe I would check out a record of a band I didn't know. Obviously, I'm assuming everyone listening it probably knows the band and who we are. But if I didn't know the people and I saw a clip of people being like, yo, the record's really bad, I'd be like, I gotta check it out. But it's not the case here, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's good.
Fortunately. Yeah, you know what's also interesting? I'm curious how like the new, like they're fans at this point. They're like younger kids, how they'll feel about the music, you know? Because they never got a new Superheaven song. As for the old heads,
yeah, we're old, and all the lyrics are about like Social Security,
backs.
yeah, and back pain. So the young people might not really be able to relate to it, but yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. We definitely, because of the internet stuff, have acquired a little bit of a younger fan base, which you can see at the shows.
That's great.
When I say
man.
younger, it's like people that are in college and stuff. They're just a little younger than that too, but it's definitely like
your type of people that want to have fun at a show and not just like stand back.
Yeah,
they're excited to be at the gig
and spend money.
Yeah, maybe daddy's money, but we love all types of money. But
you know what, dude? That's the way that we're literally fighting capitalism. Is we're selling T-shirts funded by venture capitalists because their children are fans of our band.
Oh, right. Yeah. I see where you're headed there. But no, it's great. I mean, I feel like having that like college level, maybe younger, is cool. I got a few things to say, but one is cool because they bring the energy to the gig, you know?
I mean, that's who...
It's energy, man.
That's who music is for, you know what I mean? Like, that kind of is the... I mean, unless you're... I don't know. I guess if you're Sabrina Carpenter, I don't know. What do you think her average fan age?
I think it's young, man. I think it's got to be young.
But I'm thinking like old. Teens, right?
Yeah, teens and like. Yes, teens is probably majority of her music fans. But then you got the 30-year-olds that are like, oh yeah, this reminds me of, I like a pop star. This is a pop star.
Yeah,
that's how I feel about it. I'm like, oh, this is like how Britney Spears was and shit like that.
Dude, I do like pop music, but I am anti-pop star. I'm OS like that.
I'm a Chapel.
I don't fuck with pop stars.
You
can You can have good music and not be the most famous person alive. I don't respect that.
Exactly. You're looking at him. You're listening to him.
Yeah, live in proof.
But what I'm excited about for this tour, because speaking to like young kids and stuff, we're playing. It's more of a pop punk type crowd, and I feel like we're gonna hopefully get some kids in there that had never listened to like rock music, and they're gonna kind of be like, "Whoa, this shit's sick."
Yeah, we're gonna blow their hair back.
I'm assuming. I'd be shocked if no one came out for us. But there's going to be a handful of kids there.
We'll definitely be playing for other people's audiences.
That have never knew of us or listened to it, or only have, they're really only into, a more pop punk route, which is nothing wrong with that type of music. That music's fun. I was listening to Newfound Glory on the way over here, actually.
Which record?
I was checking out Catalyst because I never listened to Catalyst. I like the early records better. They hit more for me. But
Catalyst has like a track or two on it, if I recall.
They have that song. There was a time and place.
Oh yeah, that song's awesome.
That song's sick. And I was like, oh fuck, I didn't know it was on this record. But I got stuck behind someone when I was pulling in here, and they were like loading something into their house. I had it really loud, and I was like, oh.
They just start singing along.
It was like boom, 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 boom. I was like, I should turn this down a little bit so they're not like, oh, we got the pop punk kid out front.
Yeah,
I guess we'll move the car, honey.
You have like your flipped up hat and your sunglasses with like the green rims.
The ones with
very
the lines.
2010 pop punk style.
But yeah, it's got some good songs. It's good songs, and but yeah, people that like that band. But like pop punk might get into rock on this tour. So
if you like Catalyst by Newfound Glory, you're gonna love our set on this tour.
If you like Catalyst by Newfound Glory, you're gonna love the new record.
I do think our set
record.
list for the tour is pretty good.
It's fun, man.
It's dreading quick. When we do a headline tour, what making a set list is gonna be like with 3 LPs.
I think it's gonna be great, dude.
It's really not that hard with Webbed Wing.
No, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun because it's like we know the songs you want to play, or not need to play, but like are fun to play.
I know the songs that I don't like. I'll play almost anything.
Yeah,
any of our songs, but there's definitely songs where we're like, do we need to play that?
Yeah.
Mostly, dude, if it's not fun to play, I usually don't want to play it.
That's how I feel. That's why that was a little bit of my mindset with this record too. Is like, this is fun to play. It's just enjoyable, I do have that mindset when I write songs sometimes.
Yeah, I think good music has to be fun to play.
Yeah, it's got to translate live. I think that's also another point too, is when we were kind of throwing around ideas. We went up to the cabin to write some songs. I was like, oh, this is like fun to move. My hand movement's fun, and that's what's most important.
Dude, I can't wait for the next cabin trip.
Cabin trip was fun. Yeah, we got to do a whole week next time.
Dude, it is fun to just like, I've always wanted to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And for those listening, we rented an Airbnb just like in the middle of the Poconos and just like set the room that was like
so
perfect
sick.
For it. They had a room that was just like perfect, like high ceilings and just open enough to where we could set up, drum kit and amps and like everyone could be in the room, and we like had mics and stuff set up.
Maybe I'll have to put a little clip, like a little show you what it was.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we have.
I have a ton of it. I have
something.
a ton of video and stuff. So maybe I'll just throw a little clip while you're talking about it, so people kind of know.
I
did a tour of the house, so maybe that.
The house was weird as fuck, and we all slept in our own rooms, which was like, at the time I was like, this is like weird.
We should have a sleepover.
Kind of. I was like, it is weird that we're all
beds.
sleep. I slept in a room that had bunk beds.
It was nice to sprawl out.
It was nice.
And nice to go to bed, because sometimes I'm like, dude, I'm cooked. I'm ready to go to bed,
Dude, I'll tell you what, we ate so much. Like I couldn't
great.
we like went grocery shopping and we just annihilated all this. Like I'm definitely I'll eat, dude, if I have like in a situation like that where we're only there to play music,
yeah,
and there's really no direction outside of that, I'll just eat and smoke weed.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of the vibe. It was
and that's
it was
exactly what I did.
It was a lot of fun, actually.
It was fun.
We just had we had Snack Island. The massage chair was there, dude. Pulling into this place, so I intentionally picked a house that was not near anything. So like the road to get there, you come off the main road to a dirt road, and then the dirt road turns into this like gravel road, and this house is up on like the hills. So luckily we rented a truck.
And also no service. So like
Yeah.
your GPS is like,
It's like spinning.
maybe you're in the right spot. And you're like, oh my God, dude.
Die.
And it was dark when we got there.
Yeah, it was dark. But so we're pulling up in this like what did I rent? Like a 350, F350, some big ass
Oh
truck
yeah,
for
we
the
were in a
trailer.
really big truck.
Luckily we did, because I don't know, a regular van would have gone up there because we had big tires on this truck. But we pull, I'm like, ah! But then you get to the house and it's all paved and stuff. So it was the middle of nowhere kind of vibe, but it was like a normal house. It wasn't like a cabin though. It was
No, it
normal
was
big house.
It was a normal house that was like stuck in between. If in some universe these people happen to see this, I don't think they would, but I mean this with respect.
They didn't care.
Beautiful place. It was trapped between white trash.
Yeah.
Like it was a big house, but you could tell that the people that inhabited it were not like, they didn't have expensive taste, I don't think.
No.
Like
Bare bones.
there was a lot of rooms that had like the cold tinted light bulbs, like the what do you call those?
Not warm temperature. Yeah, I don't. Fluorescent? Not fluorescent.
Maybe fluorescent. Yeah.
Kind of that vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, but they were like, they were cold light. So every room was like,
They looked like they made
I feel like I'm at the fucking like. It felt like I was at a poor person's
sterile.
house. That's what poor people do, in my experience. As a former poor person, I've been in a lot of abodes that have like the wrong hue of light in their bedroom, where it's just like, this doesn't look good, man. And you can see it in people's bedrooms and stuff at different places, and they have that, and I'm like, they just don't know that you're supposed to have a warm toned light in your house.
It feels
unless
like
it looks like they're growing marijuana in their room.
It does. Yeah. Feels like it's making a noise of like a.
Yep.
But besides that, big old freaking place, dude. Hot
Big
tub
old
was
place.
hot tub was great outside.
It had a full gym.
Oh, the gym was crazy.
It had the saddest
Oh my god.
single.
We never talk. Did we talk about this on here?
I don't think
We've
so
been
because
so
we
coy.
couldn't.
Yeah,
We
about
couldn't.
this.
Huge fish tank
Yeah.
with one giant Oscar fish
Yes.
swimming around in it. And which, whatever, I think they're like pretty aggressive fish, so it probably is hard to have other. But dude, it was like when we would enter the room, it would instantly come over and like get excited. It probably got excited when the lights flicked on because it was in the basement.
I know.
And we would like come over and it was like would follow us everywhere. It seemed so excited to just have any sort of like change of scenery. And I was like, dude, we might have to set this fucking thing free.
I know. I sure taking her home. I would have had a fish. Whatever. Fish would have loved.
Huge trash bag with like a big ass fish in it.
Finding Nemo type style.
Dude, I used to love fish tanks. I worked at PetSmart for a time.
Did you
and
ever
I was
have
like,
one?
yeah. When I was younger, they're really hard to not be disgusting.
Yeah, you have to clean them a lot.
Dude, you have to clean them a lot. Like fully take all the fish out and put them in different like receptacles with the proper water, and then like dump all the water out of the thing, and then like clean all of the shit off, and then reassemble it. And you have to do that like semi-regularly.
I'm not good at that, man. I had to rake leaves today, and I didn't even want to do that. I was
Dude,
like,
when Joe was talking about raking leaves at his house, I was like, bro, that shit would be just killing my lawn year after year because I'm not raking shit.
I raked today, and I hated every moment of it. I was like, I feel sick. I don't know why.
Dude, dead leaves are disgusting.
Yeah,
I've never been like a dead leaf person. You know what lives under dead leaves? Creatures I don't feel like coming in contact with.
that's why you guys listen to the song so next year I can get people to rake leaves for me.
Yeah. Yeah, just because I'm a former
Yeah.
poor person doesn't mean I'm a present rich person. It just means that I'm,
The light bulbs have changed. We'll just say that much.
yes.
But
And I will, admittedly, homes I have lived in have had the cold lamps. So if this is you, I mean no disrespect. I am one of those people, but I didn't install the light bulbs.
But yeah, the gym part of that Airbnb we were at in the woods was crazy.
It was bizarre.
It was
didn't
like
have
really high
steps.
ceilings. Oh yeah, it had one really long ramp, really high ceilings.
Steep ass ramp too.
And like a lot of workout gear where I'm like, this seems like a little Planet Fitness in here. This is nuts.
They definitely put money into the place specifically to rent it out for Airbnb.
Yeah.
But you could tell that like a family definitely lived there when they were not renting it out. And
maybe it's like a workout retreat people use it for.
Dude, the workout stuff had to have been like Facebook Marketplace, like giving away Bowflex.
Oh yeah. I don't want
Because dude, there's
so
no
many
way
people
they
giving
spent
away
that much
stuff.
money on it. Because I bet it is like, I forget who said it's probably a lot of like dirt bike people and shit.
Definitely.
They just go up there and they're like, oh yeah, and then I don't know how far we were from Skirmish either. I could see like a lot of bros going up there.
We weren't
Just being
too
like, I gotta
probably
get a
weren't too far.
pump in.
Yeah, we weren't too far.
Not us. I didn't exercise one goddamn time.
I was like a vampire and I was garlic. I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, go to the hot tub.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had to walk through it to get to the hot
We
tub, and
just
I was
sit in
like,
the hot tub.
I don't like it in here.
The hot tub was a vibe though, man. Just looking up at the stars. It was a quiet night. It was peaceful.
Nothing like a hot tub, man. I can only sit in them for like a couple minutes before I'm like turn into like a little nebbishy Jewish guy where I'm like, oh, I'm nauseous. That's kind of like, that really is my vibe when I think about it. I'm kind of like a Woody Allen. If I was smaller in stature, that would definitely be my whole, like,
Yeah.
very neurotic. Just like, oh God, I feel like my feet hurt.
Besides all like the weird stuff he does. Wasn't
Woody Allen?
Yeah, isn't Woody? Or,
No, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Like marrying my stepdaughter and shit. My adopted stepdaughter. Or I guess adopted daughter.
yeah, that's so strange, man.
Yeah.
Obviously,
The guy
it's so
has
strange.
the guy has definitely I'm not like a Woody Allen
Also,
fan.
He's old, man.
He's old as fuck.
Yeah, and he's
especially now.
still kicking. I haven't seen him really pop up, but
I feel like he's been keeping a low profile.
kind of living out the rest of his life.
Dude, you know what I don't like? Did you watch the Woody Allen documentary?
No,
perchance?
dude, I haven't. I should watch that because I'm waiting on the next episode of Guru Jagat or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah.
Breath of Fire or something.
A new episode just came out, I think.
I might watch it tonight.
What was I saying?
Another documentary with Woody Allen.
Oh, so there's like an HBO one that came out in like, I don't know, 2020 or something. And it's just about like his like basically that it's basically like this guy's a monster.
Yeah.
Mia Farrow is a victim.
My head went to Mia Goth.
It's Mia Goth, who's Woody Allen's girlfriend. But dude, they do this in a lot of documentaries or documentary series where they like highlight a certain time or like when something was like big in the media.
Yeah.
They cut to a clip of like, I don't know, Conan or something like making fun of the Kardashians or something. You know what I mean? Like something where it's instantly being like, Conan had no sympathy for these people. And there's so much of that with the Woody Allen shit because it's like all these, it like lists people that made movies with him in the past like decade or something. And I'm just like, dude, I would be so mad if I was like Rachel McAdams or something and it was like, oh yeah, he made a movie with Woody Allen.
She
like,
condones.
yo, what I did in 2015 is like, you can IMDb it. Like, don't highlight me in a fucking
I didn't
expose
sign up.
of some like, yo, I did one of the guy's movies. I didn't encourage him to marry his daughter, okay?
I wasn't the marriage person at their wedding.
Yeah, I didn't
marry
officiate
them.
the guy's wedding with his child bride. So fucking get off my dick. And it's like, yo, I get what they're trying to do. It's like you need to be accountable if you like, I guess, enabled this guy, which I don't really think being in his movie enables him, but one could argue the opposite. But yeah, that shit, I'm always like, I don't really like that.
Doesn't seem right.
I don't
Doesn't
like
seem
that.
right. I don't like it either, but I'll check it out. Is it good? Worth a watch?
Probably not. I guess if you wanted to know more about the situation, but it is very, I guess we're done.
I guess we're done. All right. See you, everyone. Huh.
Is audio still going?
Audio's on there. Still going.
All right. Our camera's turned off, so I guess we're done,
Yeah,
everybody.
that's the first. We guess we went long. I don't know. All right. See,
Dude, daren't go over an hour and 8 minutes.
it usually is fine. I don't know what happened. All right. Bye, everyone.